So the Scroll Cup is now available, and because I did deal with this battles late at night, I want to have a team here that gets the battles done fast as possible. And today we're going to take a look at Pawmot, Morpeko, as well as Annihilate, which honestly is one of the fastest teams that you can most run in the current meta, because you have a lot of fast move pressure with your lead and a ton of charge move pressure with your backline, because you have Morpeko, which has Aura Reel, which just one-shots 90% of the meta and boosts its own attack up, and then we're going to have Pawmot, which has double step of wild charge in close combat, which one-shots most of the meta and is, just doing quite a bit of there. Drops your own defense, but it's going to be a great save-up. This team only has like the weakness, I guess, to any charmer. There are a few charmers in this meta that I kind of maybe want to try out myself as well. One of them would be, for example, Shadow Glade or the Meowscarada. Otherwise, there wasn't really the biggest issues, and here we see already the opponent forfeiting because I know that Annihilate just, 2 shields through the rest of the team. And this was a first very fast battle, so like the first battle was, I don't know, like 1.5 minutes or something. And we can move on to the next one, which is going to be here up against the Combo. That's going to be a matchup that is best for my lead and not so great for my backline. And so we're going to be able to go for the Rage Twist spam here. This is going to allow us to get the shield from the opponent. And we are going to be able to now go for yet another Rage Twist, which is going to be enough to, get the shield from the opponent. We are going to be able to use a shield here as well against the opponent just to keep our alignment and keep basically our Como healthy, or Annihilate healthy, as well as we got to have here in the back now the Toxapex, which is not going to enjoy a wild charge from our saves up here from our Pawmot. And we're gonna get up to 2 charge moves, but the opponent stops out anyway into the Samarot, and this game is over. This is the thing. Like, this is now the second game done. We are 2 minutes in, the speed of the battles are 1.7. They are insanely fast because you just one-shot everything, or you just get through the shields with Annihilate and then destroy the rest with the backline that you have. Oh wow, a bad lead, Azumra. In comes, okay, now we're actually talking. We're going to have Gastron here against us. I did I think 4 sets with this team or something with it. I had a lot of fun. I just need to get my battles done quick. I wake up usually quite early in the morning and I go to bed then a bit too late when I have to do battles, and so, yeah, I kind of want to get the battles done fast. So also, if there are some decisions that are not really nice and accurate here, might be because I was a bit too tired there. But again, we have a matchup here that is not really ideal, but we got out the ground type Pokemon. This is the reason why we run the save-up of Pawmot, because you still have access to the move close combat in order to deal with them. And this is super crucial for this team because you kind of want to bait them out for your Morpeko. So Morpeko has the potential to sweep endgame, because Morpeko also has access to, of course, Aura Reel, which boosts their own attack up, which is going to have more potential at sweeping endgame than the Pawmot has. Pawmot is here to get the shields, Pawmot is here to bait out the answers to electric type Pokemon, and Pawmot is just here to pressure the opponents just directly with a lot of charge move pressure. Well, here we have our sweeper, which is the Morpeko, and we can see already why. We can go for the full farm on the sub into their Toxapex, their final Pokemon. We can go for a charge move here, we can go for the Aura Reel straight away, and we just one-shot them straight away as well. Goodbye Toxapex, one of the like bulkiest Pokemon possible in the game, just getting one-shot. So, yet again, another bad lead, but we can support straight away into our save-up, of course, the Pawmot, and I should be able to take 1 Rage Twist from the opponent. I should have went for my move maybe even a bit earlier, because I would have been able to deny their fast move, and it could have been cool, but like this, I am going to be able to still get the shield advantage against the opponent. I can go into my Annihilate, I have to let the move go here, of course, and Rage Twist coming through, we should be just able to just farm him down now. We should shield here for sure, because there is otherwise like we just struggle a little bit too much with our Morpeko. Morpeko is not yet in the position where we would be able to do a lot with it, but in comes the Gyarados, and I'm okay with that. I'm forced to use a shield here, sadly, and I should have went most likely for the Psychic Fangs here in order to drop the opponent's stats, but I decided to go for my Aura Reel, try to knock them out, which will at the end of the day work out here quite well. We have now a boosted Pokemon, but I assume they're going to have a Pokemon in the back that I can't deal with, which is in this case their own Morpeko. And yeah, that is not really looking that great for me yet. Aura Reel is going to get the shield from the opponent. That is kind of cool. I'm going to stop out here and try to go for the Ice Punch, but you actually see in Pitta. The opponent is now in the range where I should be able to knock them out, maybe even with an Aura Reel. But we are also already in a position where we get knocked out by them as well, and they got a little bit of an extra energy advantage. So sadly, we're going to take the loss here. But again, we are in 4 battles done. We are 4 minutes and 40 seconds in. This team is fast. Like, this team is rapid in order to get your battles done, especially in interlude season. You want to have some fun. You want to have a team that does still get the job done. You're still gonna win most of the battles with it, but you're just gonna be able to get through your battles, get the nice rewards, get the maybe legendary encounters, and yeah, you just only take a little bit of time in order to get through everything. Yeah, of course, we had rank 20 right now, which is the highest rank this season. But I'm honestly really curious on what is going to happen, because I assume we are going to get a big update this season as well still, because what we have here for the first time ever as well, which I maybe even make a video towards why this season's gonna change so much as well, is because we had in the first time ever, in the first week, a Go Battle Week that even went for like 5 days straight with 100 battles each day. We never had that before, because usually they do that at the end of the season for people to hit like Legend. Now they just want to have everybody basically hit rank 20 immediately, and that must be a sign that there is something, most likely a completely change towards PvP or whatever coming up, and they're just afraid of like bugs or whatever, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense to make literally the season already everyone to rank 20 in the first week of the season where it's still an old system. So maybe even still in December, maybe in January, we will very likely see an update to PvP, because it just makes sense based on it's an interlude season and everybody is ranked 20 already at this point, because we had a big event that allowed you to climb up super fast. So yeah, here we're going to be able to knock out everything with the Morpeko again. What a surprise. This is a bit awkward, actually. This is a bit awkward. Pawmot is a very good answer, by the way, to Araquanid, and I decided to actually go for the water move here, the Bubble Beam early on, which means I can just let the move go. But our backlane can struggle a little bit here, and also even our lead can struggle a little bit. But we can go for the Wild Charge, which I don't think actually is enough now because of the debuff. It is just barely not enough, but we can go for the full farm down, and now we end up with, a threat gone. And we have 2 charge moves stored against the Shadow Sableye that has to take at least one of them. Oh, okay. Never mind. I didn't get the other one off. I thought I had it stored already. I didn't. With that, it's going to make it a bit easier for the opponent. But still, they just give me an advantage here again, because I have no energy advantage basically with my Morpeko. And they swap out into their own Morpeko. That is fine. I should be fine winning this battle here straight away. There's different actually ways of playing this one, I'm just realizing. I should stay in for a tiny bit and then swap out into my... Okay. That is not what I should do. Like, that is really not what I should do. I should have just swapped onto my Annihilate at this point. Why did I do this? I have no idea. I'm really playing this bad right now. But again, I honestly... It's a bit awkward when this league changes, because I want to, of course, get some sets done so I can do a video early here. But, yeah, it is just sometimes a bit tough. I get up usually at, like, around 6 hours later. And that is not really ideal, so as you can see, we're going to be able to knock them out here. No, we're not going to be able to knock them out. Or are we? We actually are, because the opponent somehow forgot to use shields. I don't know why they did this. I would have lost this battle any other way. So, next battle here, we're going to have the Toxapex against us, which is going to be alright. We can go for a Wild Charge against the opponent, and this is going to be enough to just knock them out straight away. And yet again, we have not only a Pokemon advantage, now we're going to get a shield advantage, because there's no way that the Annihilate is just going to let the move go, which is alright. And in comes our own Annihilate, and I know that I should be able to survive this or like win this in the 2-shield scenario. There's nothing the opponent can do really about that. As you see here, the attack is going to drop, but it doesn't really matter, because we can just go for another move, and this is going to be the Rage Twist. The Rage Attack is going to go up, of course. And as you can see as well, we can just use a shield, we are fine. We're going to have the Rage Twist coming up against us, and we can just outspeed them here. But I expected they actually would want to catch, and they do catch on the Toxapex. It doesn't work out for them. And we kept our energy, which is super important, because let's see what they're going to go into next. It's going to be the Pawniard, and we can just farm them down in just 4 fast moves, and the opponent goes down. Next up, I think that's actually against Caleb Peng, this battle. I have a good lead, actually, is where I want to see this. This Pokemon here, the Gastrodon. And this is going to be kind of exactly on what I want to do here. I want to get the shield, that's fine. I can go for a Rage Twist afterwards still, and I'm going to use a shield here. They're very likely just going to go for the Body Slam spam. I was aware of that, but it's too risky not to. If you have a backline like I do, you kind of just have to play it like this. There's no other way of really playing it. We're going to be able to go for the KO, which is perfect. They go into the Murkrow, and I have my Morpeko, which can take a hit. I assume they're going to have something weak to me in the back as well, if they had already a ground type in the lead. But it must be also kind of weak to Annihilate, otherwise they will have subbed out. It's their own Morpeko, and I have my Pawmot, which is going to have super effective damage against them, which is great. They are going to outspeed me, but I was fully aware on how the end game is very likely going to look like. I'm fully aware on how it's very likely going to look like. The thing is here, I wasn't too aware on how much energy the Murkrow still had, and so I played it a bit, I want to say safe, but at the end of the day a bit stupid, because I go for the charge move here. This is fine, the close combat is coming in, get the shield and the swap out. I expected the swap out, I want to swap out myself actually into my own Morpeko. I didn't do it. That is a big mistake, because I thought that this is still enough to knock them out anyway. I don't really have to fear anything. But apparently the resisted aura wheel is barely not enough to knock them out. They have their own aura wheel stored at this point. With that, they are going to be able to knock me out. And now it's down to who can fast move down each other faster. And I think they have a tiny bit more HP than me. And they are going to be able to win this battle here. So, HKOs is going to be next here. This is going to be interesting. We're going to have the Brionne coming in, and I don't have the best answer. As we said prior, we are kind of weak to Charmers, but I'm still going to be able to do something here. I'm going to be able to get off first a Psychic Fangs, get the shield from the opponent, and then another Psychic Fangs, and I either get the shield or get them insanely low, plus I'm getting a double defense drop onto them, which means the Brionne is going to go down, and as you guys see, the opponent is going to be in a position now where they can still go for a charge move. I decided to use a shield here against a Disarming Voice, which is definitely the right play, because otherwise we would have been going down there. But HKOs comes in now, and I have still at least the neutral close combat, which is gonna do a lot of damage. But the thing as well is HKOs' charge moveset usually is getting completely resisted by Annihilate, and so I don't really have to shield anything here, unless I run Dragon Claw, which is currently not the usual moveset. I'm going to be fine. Gastron is coming in though, and this is going to be a bit tricky, unless they somehow decide to use a shield against a Rage Fist, which they do, and with that they are going to lose. Like, there's nothing they can do about this anymore. I don't know why they did this, because now I can just go for the close combat. This is going to be enough to knock out the opponent's Gastron easily, and we will see here as well, we are going to be able to farm them down, I think, as well. Or are we? We are not. We lose by 1 HP. Good game to the opponent though. Like, that was an interesting one there. It was very close. I don't think there was anything I could have done better. It is what it is. We're going to have Chestnut against us. This is actually exactly where we want to face this Pokemon. Again, we actually have the close combat at least in our save swap, but this is going to be our best matchup, and we're just going to decide to use a shield here, just in case they're going to go ahead and go for the Frenzy, which they do. I am going to still keep my lead alive. As I swap out into the Malamar, this is a bit of an awkward matchup, but they allow me to get to my charge move off, like, here earlier, which is cool. This will allow me to force them also to go for the superpower, and just because I know that they have to go for a superpower, I'm just gonna let the move go here. This means I either gonna survive if they go for the bait, or they're gonna be dropped in terms of their stats, and I'd rather have them dropped in terms of their stats, because then I should be able to pressure them a bit more with my Annihilate. But I can go for another charge move here. If they want to shield, they might be able to farm me down, and then I'm in big trouble. And as you're gonna see here, the opponent is going to decide to still go for a move. That's okay. But now it is 3 versus 1. It's Pawmot against the rest of this team, and Pawmot is going to go up against an Empoleon. Goodbye Empoleon, a Wild Charge is coming in. This is going to be enough to easily get the KO against the opponent. Goodbye there. In comes Chestnut. Oh, we are also going to be able to outspeed you. I'm going to go for the Wild Charge again, just for the memes. I know that the other move would have been, of course, in theory, the better move to go for, but it's going to be enough, and we are going to be able to win this battle with just a few HP left, thanks to Pawmot being absolutely broken in this meta. So, let's see. We're going to have here the Ice Fang and Drapion against us. This is going to be another matchup that is alright for the entire team. Like, there's nothing really bad about this, but what I realized before already in other metas is that Shadow Annihilate can just farm down in the one shields. I can keep all my energy, and I'm going to have a great time later on. In comes Scrafty. I'm not too sure if they are aware that I am not running Brick Break. Brick Break is, by the way, the recommended moveset on Pawmot, which I find absolutely not the case. I think this is like one of the movesets where I completely disagree, that I don't think that Brick Break helps you out at all. Pawmot is all about hitting hard with charge moves. Brick Break doesn't help you at all. Like, it really doesn't help you. And so here I'm just playing around with the last opponent, because I know I can just go for the Ice Punch here, get the shield, and I have another Pokemon in the back, but I'm just going to go for another Ice Punch because I want to see how much damage it does here. And so we're going to be able to win this final battle. I had a lot of success with this team. This team was fun. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then.